Hi, I'm Suz O'Donnell, President and founder of Thrivatize LLC. We're in the business of helping other people thrive. And as you probably already know, we have an extreme passion around helping women who are planning families and balancing families maintain their upward career trajectory. So if you found yourself to this video, chances are you're already on BalancedWomanIntro2016, and I'm here now to tell you why the program exists and what you're going to get out of it. So listen up. So first of all, the reason all of this content exists is that as I grew up in management consulting, I spent over 17 years working with a wide variety of companies in terms of industry and in terms of size. Everyone from startups to Fortune 500, even up to the Fortune 100 and Fortune 1. I also worked with people across all functions of the organization. People in HR, marketing, sales, manufacturing, project management, centralized things, and things that were working outside with clients, external client service, people in accounting and finance, and you name it, I've worked with them. But the thing that I found as I worked with all these people, and the more and more senior I got as I grew up through the ranks, was that I saw fewer and fewer women next to me the more and more senior I grew. And that was consistent across all industries, sizes of companies, and job functions. And I really thought long and hard about why this was happening. And it wasn't until I had my own kids that it dawned on me that we are doing a great job as a society trying to say that women can be promoted as equally as men, and that we have laws around things like that. As a matter of fact, we even have 60% of college grads are women now, and you hear companies saying how amazing it is that they have 50-50 gender diversity. But we find that that's mostly at the junior levels. It might be 60% at entry level, and the more and more senior you rise, the fewer and fewer women that are at the top. So it became really apparent to me that there was something we needed to do about this. And as I became a mom and started observing other women who became moms at a management or senior management level, what did that mean for their career? And I really noticed that there were a few choices that people make. Some people opt out altogether despite the amazing career success that they've had, to each their own. Some people go part-time, or they let their career just kind of flatline for a little while. And I found a lot of women doing this, thinking that they couldn't continue to rise while also actually seeing their children. But I am here to tell you that it is possible. It is not one of those have your cake and eat it too kind of things. You can continue to rise in your career or grow your business while also having a happy and healthy family. So what we do in the Balanced Woman program is help you get past those feelings and make sure that you know how to continue rising while also having great time with your family and also finding time for you. Yes, you. You know that old oxygen mask thing they say on the plane to make sure you put it on yourself first before you help others? This is so true. So many moms and moms-to-be forget about themselves. And at the end of the day, if you don't take care of you, you can't possibly be there to help your family or your colleagues or your customers or your growing business. The other thing that brought us to this point was that aspect of helping women grow their business or rise in their career. And we'd start talking very quickly about their personal brand and what it means and when they want to get the next promotion or when they want to start their own business or what that might look like. And I found them really, really struggling to define what that timeline looked like or exactly what they wanted their personal brand to be, because they were uncertain about what that meant for their family. And so before you start any sort of promotion planning or business planning or brand alignment, you absolutely have to be clear on what your vision is, not only for work, but for time outside of work too, because that affects the work stuff too. So if you join us for the Balanced Woman program, we're going to take you through an amazing series where you'll go through goal setting for your work. And not just that typical goal setting that's what are your quarterly goals, or when do you want to get promoted, or if you own your business, what are your business metrics, and when do you want to reach certain revenue. Yes, these are very important, and yes, we will cover these things in detail and make sure that you're specific and that you have measurable outcomes. But also we cover things like, what do you want it to feel like at your work? How do you want people to think of you? How do you want to treat other people and be treated? What does a daily schedule look like? When do you come in? When do you leave? How late do you stay up checking your PDA all night long? Or are there ways to be more efficient without doing that? So we work through all of that stuff for work. And we also work through that for your family and for yourself. So just like you set long-term goals at work, or you set those goals for the daily, weekly feel, you should do the same thing for your family and yourself. So for example, you probably want to have some goals around how many kids do you want overall. Maybe you're done, maybe you're not. Another long-term goal might be around vacations, or when you move to a new house, or when you buy a new car, or what those kind of things look like year over year. And other things maybe to consider might be, let's say, how much time you spend with your kids on a daily basis. How often do you have family dinner? Do you want to be involved in your kids' extracurriculars? And if so, to what level? Do you ever want to see your spouse or your significant other, or have any sort of quality time with them? Right? What are all of those goals? Same thing for you. Do you ever want to read a book or work out, or how are you going to make that happen? And the funny thing is a lot of people think that they have an idea of what they want in each of these areas. Or they have one goal about, maybe I want to work out 3 times a week, but they don't stick to it. Or maybe they stick to that goal, but then they don't stick to some of their other goals. The most important thing in achieving goals is clearly defining what they are and making sure you know how to get them. Having an actual plan. So you may attain some of your goals over time if it's all just in your head, but without sitting down and making a clear plan on what those goals are, where they compete with each other and where they help each other, you're going to be lost in the lurch. So we'll help you develop a plan for all 3 categories of your life. We'll also talk through what those competing goals may be and how to work around those. And the most important part after the goal setting and the planning is engaging other people and helping you. So if you have very clearly defined goals, then you should also be able to articulate those goals to other people who can help you get them. So this may be a spouse, a colleague, a boss, an employee, a customer, maybe even your own children, maybe a neighbor. Who are all the people that can help you? And how do you convert your goals into something that can be a win-win for them? So we take you through the blueprint for your career and business trajectory. We take you through a happy family path for goal setting. We take you through a sumptuous self-system for figuring out what you want for yourself. We help you integrate all those plans and give you a completely new approach to engaging everyone else in your life in helping you achieve your goals. So as you might already know, if you're already on BalancedWomanIntro2016, or if you're not, go there. You'll see that there's 2 great options for learning. We've got both a live option and a virtual option for the core learning and exercise working through and all that kind of good stuff. So you can come to Chicago on November 10th and spend all day cranking out your plans for all these categories, figuring out how to stakeholder with different people who are really important to helping you achieve this. Practice conversations and how you would engage those people and get them to help you and support you. Or if you can't make it to Chicago on November 10th, you can join the virtual program, which includes a 6-session series of webinars. And maybe you just, even if you live in Chicago, maybe you would just like to do this in your fuzzy slippers, or maybe you live in Italy or Mexico or somewhere else, you just can't possibly make it here. That's a great option too. But regardless of whether you choose the live or the virtual session for your core learning content, we don't leave you alone after this. This is hugely important. So many training programs, you go to the training and you learn the information and you maybe even start creating a plan, and then you do nothing about it after you leave the program. That's not true for us. For our program, you also get 3 months of group coaching calls. So you'll come on these calls and share your successes and share your challenges and talk about how to role play getting help from other people in your life. And so the amazing thing about that is you'll make progress. You'll actually implement your plan and get what you want. We also have an online Facebook mentoring group that's private that no one else can see unless they're in the program. And you can cheer each other on and post what's working and what's not working and any question you have at any time of the day, and we'll get back to you really quickly. So with all of that, all I can say is the most important part of getting what you want for yourself, for your career, and for your family is having a plan and getting others to help you achieve it. So with that, I can't wait to see you in November. Make sure you register right away before we fill up. And with that, I'll just say, until I see you in November, reach for the stars.